Hello and welcome everyone to African R6 League as we head into our first matchup of the day. ATK will be heading to Border to face off against SKRIL Gaming. Bound to be a very interesting matchup. ATK, obviously the team we all know and love, the powerhouse of South African Siege, as they take on SKRIL, who actually beat FBRD in their round of 32 matchup. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. SKRIL will be starting off the bans. Border, really, it's a map you, on attack at least, you probably need hard breaches. Well, there goes Thatcher, which aids in the hard breaching, especially, let's see, armory lockers, bottom tellers, visa side, they're all going to need hard breaching really if you want to take those main outside panels and really push onto site. So the Thatcher ban, and well, ATK they banned the thermite, so that's essentially all hope of hard breaching gone unless you maybe take the Barna Maverick combo. So getting to the defense bans now, ATK will be banning Maestro, really a very linear expected ban, especially on Border. You can just turtle on site, say in stockroom if you're playing armory lockers. You can really just play passive in small box even and just hold the site with the Maestro turret, so that will probably aid in there. Play as well as mirror ban, once again pretty common ban these days in high tier as well as ranked games. So let's get straight into this matchup. I'm just fixing something on the stream quickly to make it a bit more enjoyable for you guys. Got some cool overlays ready. Welcome everyone to... Oh, that's a yikes. Okay, getting into the first round now. ATK will be starting on attack. Border, traditionally a very strong map for ATK. Seen them play it in the previous week of African R6, as well as when they went under the name of August in the esports faction Rainbow Six Rivals. Border, really a map they've, I don't think, ever lost. I think the max rounds they actually lost on Border has been 2, so definitely some high expectations for this team heading into Border. But SKRIL Gaming, they might have something up their sleeves, and well, they probably need something up their sleeves. They want any chance at beating the South African powerhouse of a team. SKRIL now starting to set up, actually having a rotate from office into lockers side. See, a lot of teams tend to use it, but it's one of those things that really sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Jaeger ADS as well in armory now, joined by the Muchammer to delay the main wall. Muchammer on the main stairs into this entrance side, as ATK now starting to spawn in. Looking to take from CCTV side. Got the Captile, the Ibana, the Zofia, a lot of utility to actually start opening up into CCTV and really just taking this area. Kane is now on the Zofia on top of the roof, holding this angle into square very aggressively. If any roamers are situated down below, he will be sure to catch them out. Does not look like there are any real roamers on the side of SKRIL, however, as really the furthest away from site anyone really is well, it's Jaeger and Fountain, and that's not really any roam. As Causa now, he's taken control of CCTV. ATK now full control of CC as they look to start pressuring onto the site. With hallway control in favor of ATK, Smoke just playing passive from the small box, holding a passive angle into the hallway. So a lot of players just situated on side, as it looks like SKRIL, they're going for a delay strat. They're looking to turtle on side, but with the operator lineup, I can't help but question that. Sure, you've got the castle and the mute, but you don't really have a Goyo, you don't have a maestro, you don't have a mirror, not really any ops that you can delay a lot of time with. As well, the smoke on the board, but he's taken a lot of damage already, and I have to question that movement. An early smoke play, it's not really something you look for, as Kane is now starting to enter down below in a hallway, looking to maybe open up down below the mute jammers, as that is sticks on the Hibana, starting to place his Hibana pallets. The SKRIL is now on the wall, waiting for the call from his team to start detonating them. As I say, that has now detonated, and the player behind Halfwall has already fallen back, as Canis from down below gets a kill. Another kill coming out from the sandwich repel, as that's IQ, and that's Leventus on the repel, gets a kill for himself. Now 3 players left last alive on the side of SKRIL. They need to do something remarkable if they want any chance at winning this, because sure, you've got the smoke canisters and you're starting to deploy them, but with 50 seconds left on the round and the plant's already down, 1 player left last alive on SKRIL, this is already a lost round because of a collapse coming out from ATK within a few seconds. These guys are absolutely impeccable, and what we've seen from them in previous weeks and we saw in this round is this is a team that are so absolutely ruthless in taking early control, but from there they transition it. We saw here, I believe it was Sticks on the Hibana down below, or sorry, Canis on the Hibana. He entered from down below, and really, he was the catalyst for his team in that round, because from, I believe it was the first to second minute of the round passing, ATK really just took some time to really reassess what opportunities they had to start taking side. They realized Sticks was mainly situated on side behind Halfwall, in small box, and in sandwich side. From there, they put the player up on the repel on sandwich. That was Leventus. He got a kill with the IQ, as well as Canis from down below got a kill. I believe it was a floor bang based on intel from his team. So what we're seeing from ATK is they're really effectively able to transfer their early round plays into the late game plays and get that plant down. So great teamwork from these guys as we head into the second round now. And that would be SKRIL heading back to Armory Lockers. Just quickly organizing something over on the stream, and we'll be back to casting shortly. And there we go, got the team logos in. Okay.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Let's look at the setup here from Skull Gaming once again. Seems essentially the same thing once again. The rotate into office from Locker's side, as well as reinforcements placed on the main wall. Castle barricades actually both into Fountain. I have to question that one, because sure, you've got the rotate here, but it can easily be held from the window. Without the rotate into Fountain side, you're really kind of screwed. But as I say that, ATK, they're just so quick in entering. Nomad already situated on backstairs, and Vigil, the only real roamer to delay this push from ATK. He's currently situated in CCTV, playing aggressively into the balcony angle, but he's currently being droned out. Sure, you can activate your the EDD, I believe it's called, but the drone knows roughly where you are, and with the player situated on the window, that's, I believe that was IQ maybe? No, that's Canis on the Zofia. Gets an early kill for his team, and that's Monster down. So now once again, CCTV control in favor of ATK within the first few seconds of the round. 2 minutes left on the clock, and with full hallway control, backstairs control, they can start pushing. Office side, and well, they're kind of uncontested. Sure, Mute's playing there, they have the rotation. Mozzie as well down below, most likely a C4 in hand. But ATK, they've already taken so much map control, and with the minute 40 left, these guys have so much to play for, especially in the utility. Still have the Zofia, still have the Corsa, most likely has smokes in his back pocket, as well as the Nomad air jabs. Sticks still has his Hibana pallets. But scroll down below, Stim down below on the Mozzie does get the kill into Canis. That's a lot of the utility off the board. Mozzie firing some shots into main lobby. No damage done onto JMS, however, as a crossfire from Leventus does get the kill. That is your main roamer down below taken out. Now Bannock's the only real line of defense SKRIL has left that is not currently situated on site. He's in office side, and he's looking to aggressively roam into this hallway. Main wall has been opened now by Sticks on the Hibana. One player currently situated behind half wall. That is Wesa on the Jaeger. Pre-firing into CCTV, but Sticks holding the angle passively. Knows there's a player behind half wall, and if he peeks out, his head will get popped off. He does run out, and yeah, Sticks gets the kill. 2 players left last live now on ATK, as well, Sticks just peeks into the angle, and now he's planting. That's how quick a side collapse comes out from ATK. 2 quick kills with Sticks, and that's the diffuser down. Bannock's left last alive in a 1v3 situation. SMG 11 in hand, he does spray a bit into Sticks, damage done onto Sticks. He is a bit low on HP, but with Leventus currently upside down rappelling onto the sandwich window, as well as Sticks aggressively peeking into the lockers hallway, he gets the kill with Baron 9 in hand, and that's another great play coming out from ATK. But he's currently being droned out. Sure, you can activate. SKRIL will be heading to ventilation workshops. They look to mix things up a bit, go to the bottom floor site. You do have the Pulse, the Mute, and the Mozzie, and the Bandit actually. All 4 players who should be taking a C4. So this looks like SKRIL lining up to maybe go for a bottom floor take. Probably rather just C4 from down below instead of really taking that top floor roam presence, but the Hibana is still on the board. If they go for the bottom floor hold and reinforce the hatches, ATK will be able to actually open it up. So let's see how they decide to set up this bomb site.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
We see the Mute, the Mozzie, and the Bandit, all 3 with C4s in hand. So this is sure to be an explosive round. Mute currently reinforcing the armory walls. Looks like then a top floor roam presence will be coming out. However, no hatches have been shot open. Leads me to believe they might be reinforcing it, but probably still too early to call. Bandits as well coming to assist in the top floor roam.
10 seconds to go.
Castle barricades actually being set up into main lobby, but the Mozzie actually turning it down.
5 seconds
Bit
remaining.
of a botched teamwork there. But
Attackers must
let's see what they can do with this hold, as also barricade on the main armory wall, as well as yeah, I believe that's the only one that's currently set up. But now the attack is starting to spawn in, looking to take from CCTV side once again, as we've seen them do almost every single round, the tried and true method. As well, Leventus currently repelling on side the office balcony side. Currently droning out the players on both armory and locker sides, seeing the castle currently barricading up onto the main hallway into 90. But with ATK seemingly already, well, they can easily take CCTV at the moment. They're draining it out, and there are no real roamers in there. The closest would be Mozzie in Fountain side, but with the main office wall now already open, it looks like they will be starting to pressure him out. So SKRIL now placing his bandit batteries on the main Barton wall, but it doesn't really look like ATK is looking to pressure from there. They're going for a full top floor clear at the moment, and with a minute already surpassed on the round, they've taken a lot of, or they've opened up a lot of avenues onto the site to start taking from. Leventus spraying into the fountain angle. Mozzie does get dropped by Corsa, but SKRIL did get a kill into Canis the Zofia before he did die, so bit of a refrag coming out there, as now still 4 players left alive on either team. SKRIL, however, on the Mute, peeks aggressively with SMG-11 in hand onto the CCTV balcony. He does get a kill onto the IQ, that's a Leventus drop. Eats out the C4 and it does not connect. A little bit of damage done into Corsa, but no significant damage. As now 4 players left lost lives. Monster on the Caveira, roaming down below, looks to flank from backstage, but an incredible shot coming out from Corsa. Now in a 3-on-3, as SKRIL, or Bannox, he's still situated in office, but locker side, but he does now get cleared out by ATK, and with 50 seconds left on the clock, they have almost full top floor roam presence, but now Cyber, he's still situated in armory lockers. Bit of damage done onto Corsa, however, he does actually drop him. Cyber now left last live on the top floor. He has control of this top floor area, but with one hatch only opened, I believe. Let's see. actually no, both hatches are currently open. He can choose where he wants to rotate from. He does go from the main hatch. He does get the kill onto the planter, but in the smoke, Corsa gets the final kill on the Jackal. A great play coming out from them, as really this round could have gone either way up until this final minute, because ATK, they cleared out the top floor, but the top floor roam presence coming out from SKRIL was really effective and able to take down a lot of the ATK players. I believe 2 players were dropped early on into that round, really only clearing out the roamers, and from there they collapsed onto site, and they really just won it on gunfight. It could have fallen either way, but now ATK with this 3-0 lead, as SKRIL, they head back to Armory, Lockers and Archives. Once again, going for top floor Armory, Lockers and Archives hold. Let's see if they maybe shake things up a bit. So we've seen them kind of do turtle strats, like I said in that first round on this Armory, Lockers and Archives site, but sure, they have the castle, but when you've got Canis on, who's consistently been running the Zofia, you've got to start questioning maybe the castle play. And at the moment, they don't even have the smoke anymore. They've opted to switch it off onto, I believe, the Legion wasn't on the board, as well as the Dock, which at the moment it looks like SKRIL, they're opting to go for more aggressive hold. Well, how do I phrase this? They're opting to go for passive holds, but they don't have passive utility on the board. They are looking to play passive, but on the gunplay side, but then again, how can you play passive against a team like ATK, who instantly take map control, as we've seen them do each and every single round? Vigil, once again situated in CCTV, but against a team like ATK, who are so effectively able to take map control and really start pressuring the side and just mold it to how they want it. As well, now an early kill coming out from Styx, but a refrag, however, from Monster. He does save his teammate Insider. That's a great play from him, actually able to get Canis, who hasn't been doing too well this game. 2 for 3 at the moment, as Toct has missed the stim pistol, but that opening kill really, that's going to help SKRIL, because Canis, the utility the Zofia brings, is really the catalyst in a lot of these rounds, in ATK being able to take these opening gunfights and take a lot of map control. And now JMS on the Nomad does rotate around to the AC vents, holding the crossfire onto the players currently in Archives. Stim roaming down below the Dock. He's just playing oh so aggressive here in these Archives site, peeking aggressively onto the main breach, as he does a lot of damage onto the Nomad, and he does kill Styx. A double kill now for the Dark on the round, as well, he's taken a lot of utility off the board, but now Leventus answering back, currently situated in Office, does get the kill onto Cyber, the player that was injured earlier on into the round. But as I said, a lot of utility off of the board now for ATK, and SKRIL really looking good in this round off of the back of Monster, because with the Zofia off the board, as well as Styx, and now Leventus getting dropped, you've got 2 players left alive on ATK. These 2 players, however, are the ones you want in the clutch situation, as Corsa threads the needle with a double kill now, gets the headshot onto Wesa, as well as answering back with a kill onto Monster. Like I said, these are the 2 players you want left alive in a 4v2, now turned in a 2v2, because JMS and Corsa, these are big names. These guys, they can clutch when it's necessary. As now the flank being held by Corsa, triple firm on the round, as now Bannock's left last live, the roamer turned site retaker, as now full site control in favor of ATK, as it looks like the plant will be coming down. The castle barricades definitely not aiding in Bannock's retake of the site, but now they will be hearing the castle barricade being torn down, and well, that's JMS with the final kill onto Bannock's, as like I said, these players, these are the guys who want in the clutch situation. I mean, we saw Corsa with an incredible 3k, threading the needle onto the castle, just whipping around, getting the kill onto the Dock, and then finally, I believe it was the player on site, maybe the Jaeger, I believe, just a great 3k for him on the round, and really off the back of JMS and Gorza, ATK able to take that round, and now in a 4-0 round count, things are not looking good for SKRIL Gaming. Stim there in chat with a bit of banter. I see why you guys are the best in SA, and yeah, I've got to agree with that rhetoric. These guys are just, they are unstoppable. From every game I've casted, every game I've watched, every time I've played them in ranked even, these guys just stomp anyone they face. Anyone that comes in their crossfire meets an eventual demise. So I mean, this matchup this far, they've definitely proved their worth. They've already proven why they are the kings of South Africa, South African esports. And SKRIL now heading back to a ventilation workshop. I'm sure they can mix things up, but I'm still questioning this operator lineup from them. It really seems like they've only practiced border in a one linear way, and that linear way is almost, I want to say, a ranked type of mindset. Sure, you've got a lot of influential operators on the board, but not really ones that synergize well. And I'll explain what I mean with that. Usually you see teams like ATK especially, they are at the forefront of this. They take a Mutant Mozzie combo, they take a Goyo and Maestro combo, they take a Smoke and maybe a Mirror. Operators that synergize well and really specialize at delaying a lot of time. So SKRIL, sure, you've got gunfight, you've got a lot of heavy utility on the board, maybe in the Castle, the Jaeger, the Cade, the Mute, whatever. You've got a lot of utility on the board, sure. But what can you do with that utility? As Sticks, he's getting the plant down. 30 seconds down on the clock, the plant is down in a 5v5 scenario. What is going on? It seems SKRIL are just so shaken to their core that I don't know what to say to this. I'm just going to be an overhead, because in a 5v5, I'm not even going to try and track these gunfights. It's now the first kill coming out from Sticks onto Cyber. That's the Castle down, as well as Jaeger now peeking into the angle. But once again, the Nomad air jabs, they're just wreaking havoc. The players from SKRIL are flying left and right, but now Stim gets a kill onto JMS with 10 seconds left on the diffuser timer, and a 4v1, Sticks with a triple kill. What is this round? What did I just witness? ATK just seemingly realizing there was a flaw in SKRIL's defense, which, well, clearly there was. They were going for a complete top floor hold, but ATK just saying, screw it, we did the drone work, we did our homework. These guys, they have a very loose hold, so let's just punish them. Let's rush onto site, and rush onto site they did. They planted the diffuser with 30 seconds down on the clock. This is the top tier siege ATK is known for, because what I saw in that round is not your typical rush. It's not your typical casual, oh, let's just go for a rush and let's get the plant out. No, they did their drone work and they saw there was no one on site. This was a calculated risk, and it definitely worked out for them. So whoever on ATK called for that rush, massive kudos to that man, because that takes balls of steel and it takes a lot of coordination to really execute an effective rush like that. But heading back to what I was saying earlier, and heading back to Armory Lockers and Archives now, I want to emphasize this once again. SKRIL, what I've been seeing from them is, I feel like they don't really know how to play their defense at the moment, and I say that with a lot of respect, because they've been able to take ATK to rounds that were clutchable. But when it comes down to the fact, you have to start looking at a lot of operators. Siege is, I mean, there's 40 operators on the defense you can pick from, and a lot of them. Monster saying we need to look at his black ice. Sure, let's see what this man's gonna do. But like I was saying, you need operators that can effectively delay time. Operators like Smoke, operators like Goyo, Maestro, Mirror. Sure, Mirror's banned, but still, you have so much to play with. Mute, Mozzie, just operators that can both delay time and waste utility. As SKRIL now in an early engagement, he does get dropped by JMS. A great opening kill coming out from him, as that's already an avenue opened up onto site, because now the player dropped, who I believe was the roamer for his team. what can you do? You've already lost a player, and that's a lot of utility off the board. He most likely still had a C4 in his back pocket. Now, in a 5v4 situation, ATK already taking a lot of map control, as they always do. I mean, we've seen them just almost unstoppably take map control. They're already now opening a great angle into office now, being held by Monster here in office. Just holding this passively, but he's getting pressured out in this office area. So, if there's anything to take away from this matchup, if I'm SKRIL Gaming, is you need to experiment a bit more with your defensive lineup. These guys are good. I have to give it to them. They're good. They are good in their gunfights, but just facing a team that is as coordinated as ATK, gunfight skill isn't enough. You need to win this based on tactics, work based on team play, and then once again based on gunfight. So if I'm them, what I take away from this is you need to adapt your defensive lineup, but actually now a great kill coming out from Cyber. Bit of 360 and celebration there as he does get sticks. The player who has been doing oh so well for his team, currently 7 for 3 in this matchup. But like I'm saying, these guys, they can do what they can, but this is a prime example of it. Okay, SKRIL, Cyber, forced to take a gunfight because ATK are so effective in opening up avenues onto side. If you in this situation had maybe a Goya or smoke, you could have fallen back and then use the utility to delay time and get these gunfights in your favor. But now the plant going down from Corza, Solus Leventis on his stereotypical sandwich rappel. Diffuser is planted as, well, ATK look to take this one as JMS, a double kill on the round now as Monster left last alive, a double kill as well for Canis on this round as Capcan left last alive in a 1v4 situation. He does get the first kill. A second now as Canis is killed and Corza is dropped. However, JMS still left last alive in small box as well as Leventis on the sandwich rappel. Now knows the player is down, but a crossfire from small box. That's JMS on the Nomad getting the final kill for his team. And well, that's a 6-0 round count for for ATK as they take their attacking split in a flawless take. I honestly, I don't know what to say about this because a bit of banter there in chat. But yeah, it's one of those things where SKRIL, they're doing everything they can, but what they can isn't enough when facing a team like ATK. These guys are just so coordinated, so efficient. Insert positive adject here. It's going to work for them. They're just so effective and they're just winning these. SKRIL now going to the attacking split, opting to take the Montaigne actually. That's a very interesting one because like I was saying, ATK, they are at the forefront of absolutely abusing the 22nd meta. And well, if we look at their operator lineup, you'll see exactly that. You've got the Jaeger, you've got the name is befuddling me at the moment. You've got the Jaeger and the Wamai. They can cancel throwables, they can cancel even the Capital crossfire bolts. But then also they've got the Goyo, they've got the Mute, and they've got Sticks on the K. All of these operators are leaning to the side of let's just waste time. Not necessarily waste time like SKRIL did by playing aggressively on site and just holding passive angles, but waste time with your utility. And that's really what I admire from ATK's play. But SKRIL's pick on the Monte now, that could prove to be the one thing they really need to turn this matchup around maybe. Because Montaigne, he's the one operator that can just say, screw you, I'm just going to face check this angle, and I'm not going to care where you are situated on site. I'm going to relay information to my team, and then they're just going to quick peek onto site and maybe get a kill. So I really need to commend this pick from SKRIL Gaming. So let's see how this works out for them as they're already starting to take CCTV control. Currently situated on the CCTV balcony side. Let's see what they can do with this, because at the moment they are currently roamers situated inside of CCTV. That's the Jaeger of JMS currently playing aggressively, but he does fall back down into Visa, assisted by the Goyo now playing in stock. C4 in hand, does prep it. No one however currently above him, just seemingly waiting for a player to cross into his angle. SKRIL Gaming as well. Nomad currently situated on the sandwich rappel. the angle we saw Leventus use to great effect, as well as the Blackbeard currently rotating around. So ATK, they've definitely started taking map control, but it's one of those things. ATK, sure, they've backed off of CCTV, but they just kind of rotated around, and that is some big brain, because ATK, Corsair, he could have taken that kill, sure, but now he knows there's a player above him, and with the C4 in hand, he can do a lot more damage than some... Oh, sorry, I've got a bit of a hiccup at the moment. He can do more damage with that C4 than maybe he could have done with the TCSG 12. But with Stim already dropped, the diffuser is actually going down, and SKRIL, oh, so unfortunate. The C4 does come out. That's JMS with the double on the round. Sticks as well with the C4 from down below. Now SKRIL and West are left last alive, as ATK, they look to take it in a 7-0, because, yeah, that's it. A 7-0 for ATK with a flawless round to end things off. GG to ATK, Leventus getting the final kill. Just playing it oh so passive, getting the kill as Blackbeard is forced to play aggressively onto site. And here you have it, your winners ATK. They head into the round of 8, which will not be cast. However, I will be taking a break before casting the semi-finals and finals, which will be hosted later today on the official African R6 League YouTube channel. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. This has been an incredible matchup. ATK just proving why they are the kings of the South African esports. Just absolutely ruthless, taking it in a 7-0 fashion. SKRIL just seemingly not able to find their footing. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. This has been the round of 16 matchup between ATK and SKRIL Gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to join back on either Stream A or Stream B of the official African R6 League for the semi-finals and finals, which will be hosted by me as well as Patchwork Fennec. Thanks so much for joining, and we will see you later tonight. Cheers.